Let's see how this is. Thanks for coming. We've got a fresh discovery in urgent need of a hose down. We were scouting the area after the recent seismic activity and found this curious hand statue that's never been seen here, completely unearthed. Well, it has been seen before, someone made it, but you know what I mean. Unquestionably pre-Columbian, and could be the work of the same civilization as the statues. We won't know for sure until you've worked your magic on it. And thanks again for your help before. We're learning fresh stuff about these people all the time. Is this the hand? Does this hand belong to the same statue, or is this hand too big? No, it looks like it belongs to the same statue. Interesting. Can we see the statue? There's the volcano. No? Okay. This one shouldn't be too bad. Strange how that index finger is pointing in that specific spot, don't you think? I did look to see if there was something, but I don't quite see anything. Nothing in that direction for miles until you hit the coast, in fact. I mean, the marina is there, but it wasn't back in those days. Maybe the hand is pointing at the cat. Still looking for that dang cat. Try and get as much of this as I can. Trying to see if going for the yellow would be faster. I'm not sure that it would. I mean, it would give me more... I wouldn't have to keep going over the same spot, but I think this is fine. Distal thumb phalanx? Very specific. Whoever like did the labels for this level looked at a very detailed diagram of a hand. I guarantee it, in order to learn what to label all these things. It is interesting. The developers of the game definitely had to do a good amount of research on some of these things. Like they know the names of all these different parts of houses and hands and buildings, and they definitely learned some words just from playing this game. Okay, we've made a whole loop around. And I'm sure that was particularly successful. I'm trying to decide if going up... I think I might just want to do section by section. But man, this is gonna be this is a big job. It's bigger than it looks. Alright, let's do the proximal finger phalanx first. How much of this can I see from the inside? So I can only see distal finger phalanxes from here. I cannot see the prox. Oh, the distal means the end part of the finger. Okay. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get in here. This is what I need to clean right here. Okay, crawling out. I'm working very hard just for this one specific section. I'm not sure that this is the best solution to my problem then. There we go. All clean. All right, we're just gonna clean what I can see then. That's my new strategy. It worked well for me on the stunt plane. I suppose it could be pointing to the stars. Andromeda would have been at that exact spot around 8,000 years ago. Maybe that's it. Seems like kind of a stretch to me. Because also, the stars wouldn't be solitary. Like, as the Earth rotates, the constellations move. Draw a smiley face? Alright, I'll draw a smiley face. Okay, ready? Get a little one eye. Get another eye. And we get a nice, big smile. There he is. Nice. He'll just chill out there for a bit while I get the rest of this all clean. How you doing, man? Hope things are well with you. I'm just here, blasting away sand. That's what I will be doing for the next, like, 2 hours. Trying to learn to be a software engineer. That sounds boring. Why would you ever want to do that? I've heard that every single software engineer ever to live is just a complete nerd. Don't look at my bio, by the way. I am still working on my 1,000 games. I'm at 664, I think, because I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier today. That was an interesting experience, to say the least. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be working on it for a while. I've been working on it for a while. Next summer it'll be 10 years. My pace has definitely slowed. Getting in a relationship, surprisingly, has slowed my progress on beating video games. Shocker, I know. But yeah, still working on it. I'll get there. I don't foresee myself ever stopping playing video games, so I gotta get there eventually, right? And once I beat 1,000, 2,000. Yeah, I know. Keeping myself busy. Work's been keeping me busy as well. My team just had a big project that needed to go out at the beginning of the month, and it has been crazy. There were multiple weekends of overtime requested. Which, I mean, pays nicely, but I like having my weekends to not be coding. You've been watching since Katana Zero, you think? Yeah. You think I'll run out of games? You think that I will run out of games? You are making a bold claim there. Ready? Let's take a quick peek, okay? We got my Steam. I have 718 games in my Steam that I have not touched. And that number is only going to get bigger. That number is only going to grow. I have 718 games here to get through. Watch me. I am never going to run out of games. I'm going to have... There are more games... I already own more games than I will ever play in my lifetime, and I'm only going to be buying more. Yeah, I know. I like seeing all the different games that are out there. I like seeing what different studios come up with, and also seeing the same studios, see how they try and change their formula. I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember. I think I first started playing video games when I was 2. I remember one of the games that I played a lot when I was a little kid was Super Mario RPG, which was like a Final Fantasy and Nintendo joint project. Not Final Fantasy, but Square and Nintendo working together on an RPG game. And I beat it when I was like 4, before I could even read. I just had memorized what each of the buttons could do and what each of the different like abilities could do. I would just test them out. And then when the game was like telling me through text where I needed to go, I would ask one of my 2 older brothers what it was saying, where I was supposed to go, and they would read it for me. So yeah, I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember. It's not going to change, and when I have kids, they're going to play video games too. I'm going to play video games with my kids. My hope is that my kids will be better than me. But I'm not going to let them beat me at any point. If they want to beat me, they have to earn it. My older brother had that exact same philosophy with Super Smash Bros. He would never let me win. If I ever wanted to win, I had to actually be good enough to beat him. So I've been in contact with the fire chief. Evacuations are taking place for everyone in Muckingham. And I've been having all this time to just go and power wash different things while, you know, the entire town's being evacuated from volcanic eruption. Flo's fire helicopter is being called in to see if anything can be done to calm Mount Rushless. Be sure to keep your distance. A very webbed hand here. All of them are webbed. Interesting. I know. I'm fully aware that I have an insane number of games. I also have like physical copies of games that I haven't beaten too. Oh, I did the whole palm. Nice. I have my mom is on my butt about getting a birthday and Christmas list for her together, because my birthday is at the end of November. And so she likes me to just give her one big list for both my birthday and my Christmas so that she can get all her shopping done. So my list generally just consists of video games, much to her annoyance. She's like, why do you never put anything other than video games on your list? And I'm like, because video games are my favorite thing to get as a gift. That's why. But I made the mistake a couple years ago of putting a game on my list that I thought I didn't own, but I had been a game that I had been gifted the year before, and my mom's like, I'm pretty sure I bought this for you last year. I'm like, did you? And then I went and looked, and yep, I had it. So now I need to become more aware of the games that I actually own, because I only ask for video games as a gift. I get a bunch, and then I just lose track of them. And I don't have a bookshelf that's big enough to store all of my games in an easily displayable way, especially since we had a neighbor who was getting rid of all of his games, and he knew that I liked playing a lot of games, so he's like, I'm just gonna get, like, you want these Xbox games? Because I'm gonna throw them out otherwise. I'm like, hell yeah, I want your Xbox games. And now I have more games. Why is this webbing so, like, particular right now? So now I'm just sitting here with a bunch of video games. And so my mom's been on my butt about getting another list for this year. And so now with each game that I put on the list, I need to go and make sure that I don't already have it. But I'm having difficulty finding things to ask for. Like, I'm an adult. I have a job. I buy myself the things that I want. My mom's told me to just stop buying things for yourself and put them on your list instead. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the things that I'm buying are things that I need. Are things that I need right then and there. Can't wait. So now I have a list. It is mostly done, I think. I wanted to put a couple more things on there that weren't just video games to please my mother. She's like, I don't like only giving you video games. I'm like, I don't like receiving anything other than video games. And so what I'll usually put a bunch of like cheap games, like games that are like $10, and then I get like 5 of them, and there's my Christmas. So I'm like, awesome. This is the best Christmas ever, thank you. And then she'll be like, you only got video games. I'm like, did I stutter? I'm told by Abby that I'm a very simple person. That, like, not simple in the way that, like mentally simple, like I'm not intelligent, but that I have very simple pleasures, and that it's very easy for me to find joy in specific things, and that I don't have these complicated desires that make it difficult for her to understand what I want at a given time. Like, she's like, you're very, very simple sometimes. And I like it that way. I like being simple. I like the fact that somebody can give me a video game and I'll be happy. Somebody can give me food, I'll be happy. There's no reason for me to overcomplicate things. Okay, what is going on with this arm? You got it. Yeah, no. I've subscribed to Humble Choice, and that gives me like 8 to 12 games every month to be added to my collection. So that's also adding it. And then whenever there's like a summer sale or the winter sale or whatever, I'm like, I should buy some games that are on my wish list. Because my wish list also has hundreds of games on it. I have a lot of video games, but it's fine. I'm trying to explore as many of them as I can. And I feel like for somebody that's going to own a shitload of games, it's worth trying them, yeah? What's the point of having them if I'm never going to play them? Same thing with movies and TV shows. People always have these things that they want to like see and experience. I like exploring and trying different video games. You know, people are like, "Oh my God, you're wasting so much time with video games." I'm like, "You know how much time you spend watching your shows?" You'll sit in front of the TV for hours every day watching trash. Hey there. Is the marina in your catchment area? My shrimper is caked up to the eyeballs. I've only just realized that there are 6 fingers. What else have we missed? Are there 6 fingers? There are 6 fingers. No wonder I was a little confused when I was counting earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what is up with this? Do I need to get down here and get this part? Cool. Oh, these fingers are dirty. It looks clean until you get it right up in here, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's filthy. It's interesting how much is still left on there, though. It makes me think that there's more that I'm missing. Cool. Let me see if I can crawl down there and get any more of the, like, very bottoms of these fingers. Oh, there's a ton right there. That's probably it. Problem is that I can't, like, stand up. Trying, man. These fingies. Okay, we got that one. But this one is being particularly stubborn. Got that one and that one. It's just this one. Come on, give me that thingy. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, so the proximal fingers are still dirty, but that's also because like the tops of them still need to be cleaned. So I won't worry about the proximal parts yet. And then we have the whole hand itself, which is, you know, massive. Fin, spine, fin. Let's get this fin spine next, son. Got it. Let's get the fin. So another interesting thing with games that I've been trying to do, this has been going on for a couple of years now, I think, is that I wanted to beat like a AAA game or like a popular game for each letter of the alphabet. I did a similar challenge for indie games, but indie games in general are shorter and less complicated than AAA games can be. And so I started it way back in, I think, like 2019, 2020. I remember starting it at my old job, and I got laid off from my old job in April, so it had to have been before April of 2020 that I started this, and I was already like a few games in at that point, so it had to be like late 2019 that I started this. But I wanted to beat one game for each letter of the alphabet, and it's definitely given me some games, some painful games, some games that I never want to touch again. But I'm finally on the final letter. I am now on Z. And I was having some difficulty trying to figure out what like AAA or popular game that starts with Z I could do. There's Zoo Tycoon, but I'm really not feeling Zoo Tycoon. There's like Zumba Fit, which no, not gonna play Zumba Fitness. Oh, the whole wrist is done? Okay, cool. There was a game franchise that I was thinking about playing called Zone of Enders, but it was on the PS2 and then released as an HD collection for the PS3. I'm like, well, I don't have that either. I'd have to get a physical copy of that, and I don't want to sit there and wait for that because I just finished Yu-Gi-Oh! Like today. I want to be able to start my game tomorrow. So I'm for my Z game, I'm doing this game called Zwei, Z-W-E-I, which was a PS2 game, like a dungeon crawling RPG game that got remastered and re-released in 2018, and it has a sequel. So I'd say that counts as a franchise. But once I beat that, I will have finished my alphabet challenge for my franchise games. And I don't know if I can remember any of the games that I did. I am not entirely sure I can remember the other games that I played. I'd have to go look at my games in alphabetical order and be like, okay, was that the one? Like, I think my A was Assassin's Creed 3, and I think my B was Banner Saga 1. I think C was Cultist Simulator, and D was Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls game. And now I've played like 3 of them. So that shows how long it's been. E was a JRPG for the DS called Etrian Odyssey. F was not Fallout because I played Fallout on stream. F might have been Far Cry. It could have been Far Cry, like the first Far Cry game. But for some reason that doesn't feel right. We're gonna have to say goodbye to our smiley face in a minute here. Unfortunately. G? I also don't know if I remember what G was. See, this is where the memory gets starts failing me. I like how I'm like not making any progress on this hand because I'm just holding left and hoping. It's wonky walking on this hand. Rest in peace, smiley face. You were fun while you lasted. I will probably want to go and find an actual, like, and compile this actual list. It's mostly been a mental list. I might be able to, I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of what games I currently have in progress. I might be able to, like, look at the history of that, but that seems like a painful way of trying to go about it. Thankfully, cleaning the back of this hand has been, like, it hasn't been too demanding on, like, having to do multiple layers of it. Seems like it's coming off pretty easy. Hi, Doc. It's Leonard, Cal's dad. Hi, Leonard. The volcano is about to blow sky high, and all that cleaning you did for our bungalow will be for nothing. Guess you'll just have to hire me again. I'll clean the whole thing again. The car is still looking good, though, and safely packed away in the garage. Thanks, Leonard. There's certainly a lot of surface area on this hand. I mean, I'm glad that the job's not that complicated. I don't like the jobs where I have to crawl around too much. Like, it was kind of bad inside the hand, trying to get all the fingies. But other than that, like, this part has been pretty low-key. I've been enjoying this part. Man, now I can't stop thinking about food. I just want to eat, man. So excited for dinner. I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight. I'm not the type that can really eat too healthy, though, so I need to try and just eat less is my main goal. I don't eat completely unhealthy, but, like, I don't like salads. I don't like fish. And there's a bunch of fruits that I don't like, so just that alone limits a lot of my healthy options. I also don't really like rice that much. Like, in some cases and preparation styles I like rice, but most of the time I just don't really care for it. Like plain white rice, I think it's just gross. So I try to keep active, like physically fit, and I try to not eat as much food, but the food I am eating isn't always the healthiest. But it's tasty, and that's all that really matters, right? Abby's getting very excited for Thanksgiving. She keeps going on about how it's her favorite holiday and how she's so excited for all the food. Can't really blame her, to be honest. Thanksgiving's pretty tasty. My mother is quite the cook. She loves doing Thanksgiving dinner with the family. Her stuffing is, in particular, quite amazing. Okay, getting the side of this finger is probably going to be a bit of a pain. I might need to get the long boy out. Okay, do I need to do the same thing for this side of the finger? Probably. Okay. Get my short extension back on. Cool. Got the fingy. Come on, where's this webbing still dirty? Got it. Come on. You know you want to pop. Cool. Proximal finger phalanx. Cool. Okay. We got the palm. This one's immediate, intermediate. And this one's proximal. Okay, so that's 2 parts of the fingers. And the thumb, the phalanx of the thumb. Okay, so the hand is super close. Oh, we got the hand, okay. I need to get the proximal thumb phalanx. Wonder if I need to get like down here better. This is being particularly stubborn. Come on, hop. You know you wanna. There we go. Feel like I've went over that spot a few times, but shrug. Okay, so this one's intermediate. This one. Easy enough. And then this one's proximal. Nice. Nailed it. No giant beams of light coming out of the hand this time. Fantastic job, Wishy. The sacred geometry, the 6 fingers. So much to get our teeth stuck into. So exciting, and so amazing to finally see these relics as they would have been seen at the time. You're a star. Thanks.